Today we're looking at the split view control for the Universal Windows platform on Windows 10. The split view control consists of a pane, seen here in yellow, in which we set the background to yellow with an opacity of 0.5 with a solid color brush for the pane background property on the split view. And then we have a content area which is simply in white. We have a red button on our pane, seen here in XAML, and we have a blue button left aligned, seen here in the content area of the split view in XAML, to show how the pane pushes our content area or hovers over our content area depending on our display mode, which is set right here on the split view. So our first display mode is inline, and the pane is set to open, so pane open is set to true, so our pane here is open and our pane is pushing our content area over. As you can see, our blue button is horizontally aligned to the left and it is being pushed over by the pane. If we close the pane, then our content area will take up the whole area available. So if we set is pane open to false, with a display mode of inline, we can see now our pane is closed and our content can take up all the available space in the application. The next mode we're going to look at is overlay. With display mode set to overlay, our pane hovers over our content area, so you can see our previous blue button now looks gray as our pane is hovering over our button, but we have an opacity set to 0.5 so we can slightly see through our pane, and we can see the content area still takes up the entire space of the application, but our pane is hovering over our content area. When we set is pane open to false for overlay, we have the same effect as inline with is pane open is set to false. We gain the entire available space for the content area. When we set our pane to compact inline and is pane open to true, our content is pushed over to the right. We have the same display as inline, but when is pane open is set to false, so when our display mode is set to compact inline and is pane open is set to false, the pane still takes up some of our screen real estate, and so our content does not get to take up the entire area of the application. As we can see, our content is being pushed out by the yellow pane right here. The last display mode to look at is compact overlay with is pane open equal to true. With the overlay, we're hovering over our content, but unlike the regular overlay, compact overlay still leaves the compact pane pushing our content area over. So you can see our pane is open, but our content does not get to take up the entire real estate of the application. It gets pushed over by the compact pane. When display mode is set to compact overlay and isPane open is equal to false, we will have the same display as compact inline, with our compact pane shown here in yellow and our blue button being pushed over to the right. Lastly, I want to show that we can change the width of the open pane and the width of the closed pane. By setting compact length equal to 10 effective pixels and open pane length equal to 400 effective pixels as an example. So let's run that. As you can see, our open pane is a lot wider, and when we close the pane, our pane becomes much more narrow. Those are the very basics of the split view. The split view control is normally used to make a hamburger style menu seen in such applications as the Windows 10 calculator application. Next time we'll look at more advanced features, setting up the split view to become more like the hamburger menu, adding radio buttons, and adding the hamburger menu button. See you in the next video as we try to recreate the hamburger menu.